In the quiet of the countryside, there lives a true giant, the Brahma chicken, often called the king of all poultry. Known for their gentle temperament and majestic size, Brahma chickens can weigh up to 6-8 kilograms, making them one of the largest chicken breeds on Earth. The Brahma chicken is one of the largest chicken breeds in the world. This bird is famous for its giant size, soft feathers, and calm personality. Originally developed in the United States during the 1800s, the Brahma came from crossing Asian breeds like Shanghai and Chittagong. Despite their size, Brahmas are gentle, quiet, and friendly, making them great for backyard farms, homesteads, and even as pets. During the day, Brahma chickens roam freely in large open yards. These wide outdoor spaces allow them to scratch, peck, sunbathe, and forage naturally. While their size might suggest they're sluggish, these birds are surprisingly active and curious, often seen chasing insects, picking greens, or dust bathing under the trees. Feeding is a careful daily ritual. Farm workers blend grains with fresh greens and vitamin supplements, sometimes adding boiled rice or soy to enhance growth. The feed is evenly spread across the yard and coops to avoid crowding and competition. Hens start laying at around 6-7 months of age, producing large brown eggs. Each morning, eggs are collected by hand, carefully checked under light to eliminate cracked or unfertilized ones, and then washed and loaded into automated incubators. After 21 days, the first peeps emerge. Fluffy Brahma chicks break through their shells and take their first steps under warming lamps. Within hours, they're vaccinated to protect against common poultry diseases like Marek's and Newcastle. Health at this stage is vital. These are future giants in the making. As they grow, the chicks are moved to larger grow-out pens where they continue to feed and develop muscle. At 3-4 weeks old, they transition to teenagers, known as pullets and cockerels, and their iconic feathered feet begin to show. At 3-4 months, these Brahmas are already larger than most adult chickens. With proper nutrition and space, they bulk up significantly, reaching full size by 6 months. Their personalities remain calm, and many even enjoy human interaction. Brahma chickens are one of the most economically valuable chicken breeds in the world. With adult roosters weighing between 11 to 17 pounds, 5-8 kilograms, and hens slightly less, these birds fetch a price far above average. A healthy, full-grown pair of Brahmas can sell for $150 to $500, and in special cases such as rare color varieties or champion bloodlines, prices may exceed $1,000 per bird. Beyond their market value as livestock, Brahma meat is a prized product. Known for being dense, flavorful, and naturally lean, it's highly sought after by restaurants, gourmet farms, and slow food enthusiasts. Beyond their majestic appearance, Brahma chickens are valued for their meat-dense, flavorful, and slightly sweet. Wild boars are one of the most destructive invasive species in the U.S., with their numbers skyrocketing from 2 million to nearly 9 million in just a few decades. They tear through farmland, destroy ecosystems, and cost billions in damage. But how do you fight an animal this smart and fast? From giant traps to helicopter hunts and night vision drones, this video explores the bold strategies used to stop the wild boar invasion and why the battle is far from over. Wild boars are now one of the most destructive invasive species in the United States. Their numbers have exploded from just 2 million in 1990 to nearly 9 million by 2019, spreading across at least 39 states. And this isn't just a U.S. problem. Countries like Australia, Germany, and Spain are also dealing with the chaos caused by these highly adaptable animals. But in the U.S., their fast reproduction and wide presence make them especially hard to control. To fight back, the U.S. Department of Agriculture and many states have spent millions on control efforts. In Texas, ground zero for wild boar invasions, authorities have approved stronger measures, including the use of corral traps. Farmers don't rely on luck. They use well-designed traps. These large circular traps, up to 40 feet wide, can capture entire groups, or sounders, in a single drop. Drop-gate cage traps, baited with strong-smelling food, snap shut when a wild boar steps on a pressure plate. Corral traps are even larger. and baiting them over several days gets the entire group comfortable before the gate closes. Using a remote triggered gate instead of a manual one also increases the chances of capturing the entire sounder, rather than just a few stragglers. Trap walls should be built from solid steel panels rather than weak breakable materials, as feral hogs are extremely agile and can easily break out if the trap isn't sturdy enough. In some areas, farmers and wildlife teams use net traps to capture wild boars. These traps are designed to drop quickly from above or spring shut from the sides, ensnaring the animals before they can react. They're often hidden in tall grass or along feeding trails and triggered remotely or by motion sensors. While not as common as metal cages, net traps are lightweight, reusable, and highly effective when used strategically, especially for catching fast-moving or cautious boars. But trapping isn't enough. That's why regulated hunting plays a major role in population control. In Texas, farmers often team up with skilled hunters in coordinated campaigns. Helicopter hunting has also gained popularity. It's fast, precise, but expensive. And for those who prefer a quieter approach, bow hunting is rising in popularity. It's silent and requires great skill, allowing hunters to get closer without alarming the animals.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
Modern tools, like night vision drones and infrared cameras, have made nighttime hunting far more effective, since boars are mostly active after dark. Drones can track boar movements from above, while high-powered lights help target them in open fields. In fact, night hunts in cornfields have become one of the most successful methods for reducing their numbers. Once wild boars are successfully trapped, quick and humane euthanasia is essential. Most are dispatched on-site using firearms to prevent escape and minimize suffering. In many states, regulations require that trapped boars not be released due to the risk of spreading disease and further environmental damage. The carcasses are either processed for meat, if deemed safe, or properly disposed of, to avoid contaminating the area. In 2022, the largest wild boar ever hunted in Texas weighed over 800 pounds, worth around $4,000 based on meat prices. That single hunt shows just how big and valuable these animals can be. Creative, diverse methods, traps, drones, night hunts, and helicopters are key to protecting crops and reducing wild boar damage. While the fight is far from over, collaboration between farmers, hunters, and state agencies is helping turn the tide. In the quiet corners of remote farms, a mysterious creature thrives, spiky, solitary, and full of surprises. Today, we step into a hidden world, where porcupines aren't just wild animals. They're part of a centuries-old journey from burrow to table. In a quiet corner of the farm, a single porcupine lies curled in its individual enclosure. Its dark eyes peer out cautiously as it sniffs the air. Now, let's take a look at a larger enclosure filled with multiple porcupines. In this environment, they can roam freely, interact, and even establish their own social hierarchies. Porcupines are natural diggers, and here we see one hard at work creating a burrow. This behavior is instinctual, as they dig to create homes, find food, and escape from predators. Their strong claws and powerful legs make them excellent diggers. It's amazing how their instincts guide them in the wild, allowing them to thrive in various environments. One of the most rewarding experiences is interacting with these unique creatures. Porcupines can be quite curious and may approach humans with caution. With gentle handling and patience, they can become friendly companions. Creating the perfect habitat for porcupines is essential for their well-being. Here we have several models of porcupine enclosures. Some are simple and compact, while others are more elaborate, featuring tunnels and climbing areas. Each design caters to the natural behaviors of porcupines, providing them with the space they need to thrive and explore. To keep track of our porcupines, we sometimes use non-toxic spray paint to mark them. This helps us identify individuals, especially in larger groups. And here's something special: a beautiful albino porcupine. Now, let's take a look at some playful porcupines engaging in a bit of friendly sparring. While it may look intense, this behavior is usually just play. They'll roll, nudge, and sometimes even chase each other around. It's a delightful sight that showcases their playful side and social interactions. Grooming is an important part of caring for porcupines. Here, we see someone carefully removing loose quills and debris from a porcupine's spines. Porcupines are herbivores, and they enjoy a varied diet. Here, we have some porcupines happily munching on fresh vegetables. Leafy greens, carrots, and sweet potatoes are some of their favorites. It's essential to provide them with a balanced diet to keep them healthy and active. Watching them enjoy their meals is both entertaining and heartwarming. Feeding time is always exciting. Here, we're spreading food across the enclosure to encourage the porcupines to forage. This mimics their natural behavior in the wild, where they would search for food. It's a wonderful way to engage their instincts and keep them active as they explore every nook and cranny for their favorite treats. In addition to fresh veggies, Porcupines also enjoy hard food, like specially formulated kibble. This helps keep their teeth clean and provides essential nutrients. Watching them crunch away is quite amusing. They really dig in. It's fascinating to see how their diet varies and how they adapt to different food textures. As we observe the natural behaviors of porcupines, we can sometimes see mating rituals. During this time, the male and female will engage in various courtship behaviors, including vocalizations and displays of affection. It's a beautiful sight to witness their instincts at work, ensuring the continuation of their species. After a successful mating, the female porcupine will give birth to a litter of adorable babies. Here, we see a mother porcupine caring for her young. She'll nurse them and keep them warm until they are old enough to explore the world around them. As the baby porcupines grow, they'll need more space to explore and play. Here, we're carefully moving them to a new enclosure, ensuring they have plenty of room. Catching porcupines can be quite an adventure. Here, we see someone using a net to gently catch a porcupine for health checks or relocation. It requires patience and a gentle touch to ensure the porcupine remains calm during the process. Always remember, safety first, for both the catcher and the porcupine. Another method of catching porcupines is using a wire cage. This humane approach allows us to safely capture porcupines for various purposes, such as health checks or relocation to a suitable habitat. It's important to always prioritize their safety and well-being. Once caught, it's essential to transport porcupines safely. Here we see them in secure containers, ready for their journey. Whether it's to a new home or a veterinary visit, ensuring their comfort during transport is crucial for their overall health. Removing quills is a delicate process, often done in culinary settings. It's essential to approach this with care and ensure the porcupine is treated humanely. Here, we see the process of pouring boiling water to remove the quills efficiently. However, it's vital to remember that this should only be done in a controlled environment, ensuring the animal's welfare is prioritized. Once prepared, porcupines can be roasted and butchered for culinary purposes. In some cultures, porcupines are considered a delicacy. Finally, let's take a look at some delicious dishes made from porcupine meat. From savory stews to grilled delicacies, chefs get creative in the kitchen, highlighting the unique flavors of porcupine. Towering coconut trees sway in the breeze as skilled farmers swiftly climb and harvest bunches of ripe coconuts. It's a dance with nature and gravity. Inside the factory, coconuts are transformed. Machines slice, sort, and process them with astonishing speed, unlocking their many uses. From fresh water to oil and even fiber, coconuts are processed in a whirlwind of motion, each part destined for a unique product. Endless rows of coconut palms stretch across the landscape. Under the golden sun, farmers tend to each tree with precision and care. Up close, the process is intense. With practiced hands, farmers use sharp tools to cut and gather coconuts at just the right moment. Bundles of coconuts are lifted and loaded onto trucks. It's teamwork in motion, ensuring the harvest reaches the next stage. Wooden boats packed with coconuts glide along the river, bringing nature's bounty from remote farms to bustling markets. At the plant, massive machines and workers join forces. Coconuts are unloaded, sorted, and cleaned in a flurry of synchronized steps. Once inside, each coconut goes through peeling, washing, and weighing. Every step is crucial to ensure quality and consistency. Powerful drills pierce through the tough shells, preparing the coconuts for their next transformation from fruit to product. The extracted coconut water is pasteurized to ensure safety and preserve its nutrients, then poured into bottles with careful precision. Rows of clear bottles filled with fresh coconut water glide down conveyor belts, ready to be sealed and labeled. Bottles are weighed and neatly packed into boxes, each one destined for homes, stores, and markets around the world. Workers carefully sanitize their hands before washing the thick coconut meat, ensuring hygiene at every step. Clean, white coconut flesh is carried along stainless steel conveyors, getting thoroughly rinsed in clean, cool water. The cleaned flesh is ground into a rich, creamy pulp, only step closer to becoming coconut milk or oil. Blenders churn the pulp into a smooth, liquid coconut milk, loved for its flavor, aroma, and versatility. Silver cans filled with coconut milk travel down the conveyor, neatly aligned and ready for final processing. The cans are sealed and passed through high-heat sterilizers, preserving freshness and extending shelf life. Finished cans, now labeled and pristine, roll in steady lines toward the packing zone. In another section, machines extract golden coconut oil slowly, separating pure liquid from the flesh. Empty containers are loaded onto a conveyor and passed through sterilization systems before oil is filled. With mechanical precision, each box is filled with fresh coconut oil, drop by drop, smooth and glistening. Caps are fastened tightly. Each container is weighed for accuracy and consistency. Labels are applied, and boxes are neatly sealed, marked, and stacked ready for distribution. Coconut meat is shredded finely, prepped for drying into delicious coconut chips. The shredded meat enters the dehydrators, where it's gently roasted until crisp, aromatic, and golden. Finished coconut flakes are packed into bags automatically, preserving their freshness and crunch. Workers stack and label the cartons filled with coconut treats, ready for shipment far and wide. Workers manually strip the thick husks from piles of coconuts, an age-old practice requiring both strength and skill. Mountains of husks are gathered and sorted for further processing. Nothing goes to waste on a coconut farm. The husks are ground down into coarse fibers, then shoveled by hand into large piles for drying. Workers load coconut fiber, now light and fluffy, into containers for the next step in its transformation. Spinning machines twist the fibers into long, durable threads used in a variety of products. The machines continue to process and refine the threads into neat bundles, each one tightly coiled. Finished coils of fiber are formed sturdy, flexible, and ready to be woven into mats or ropes. With practiced hands, workers weave the fibers into mats, their fingers moving with rhythmic precision. Each mat takes shape slowly, thread by thread, traditional techniques passed down through generations. The final weaving tightens and secures the mat, making it durable and beautiful. Rows of completed mats are singed with flames. This finishing step locks fibers in place and removes loose ends. Flames briefly kiss the surface of each mat, enhancing texture and durability without burning the product. The final mats and fiber bundles are sorted and stacked, ready for sale or export. Trucks and boats are loaded with finished goods, coconut mats, heading to markets around the globe. From oil and milk to mats and rope, the coconut gives rise to a variety of useful and sustainable products. Each coconut product tells a story of tradition, craftsmanship, and innovation. Finally, the mats find their place in homes used for comfort, decoration, and utility, completing the coconut's journey.